Okay, there we go. In the event you were not getting audio, you should be getting audio now. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, everybody who's already in the chat. Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of Dune discussion tonight. But before we do, I'm going to just get the basics rolling, get the little chat window on screen so that we can, represent. So just hang there 1 second while I get things organized because we have a real treat in store for you people, for you wonderful people tonight. And I do want to give a shout out to David Glenn, who has tuned in and may or may not go to sleep, and that's okay. I would never ever be upset or offended by anybody who chooses to get a good night's sleep because, I love getting a good night's sleep. I do. I value when I can get one, I value it, or when I don't do things that are counterproductive. Testing 1, 2. There, just get my audio adjusted. And we got the pop culture mechanic. So you know what that means? It means that we better get the show on the road because I know this man might have to be up early tomorrow. He also has a good show tomorrow night on Tuesday. Before I started the stream tonight, I told myself I would try to refrain from promoting friends. Not because I enjoy promoting people, but like I remember last week, Mike Pacific 414 drops in, and like immediately I feel the need to be like, yo, go check this dude out. Here's a link. And Mike's like, I came here to say hi. I didn't come here to be promoted. And I'm like, I know, man, but I like you, so I promote you. But I also don't want to put people on the spot. So, I feel that maybe I should be more sensitive to, I'm sorry, it's funny. One of these days we'll tweak the sheep on the steps of Tian Shan. All right, give me 2 more seconds here. Okay, we got the chat window. We got James in the chat. By the way, I read the part of the second installment of that Honor Harrington comic. And, yeah, like, it totally, like, doesn't continue the first comic. Like, it covers other events. It's a nice story. It's like a side story. But it's not like, what we read the first time. Of course, you could promote a couple of channels. You could even promote Joe's Atmosphere. I saw Joe today on That 70s Rock Fan. I was really surprised to see Joe on that, but he's a cool cat. All right, so I got to somehow make this come up over here. So let me just do something. We're going to do 1, copy, back to here, paste. Then we're going to bring this to the back layer like this. And then, oh, hey, hi. Hey, me. What is this? Oh, let me just put my box of Dunkaroos away. All right, good. I got it. Pardon my very, very not messy desk. All right, that'll be fine for now. That'll be fine. I'm sure something's crooked here, but we're not going to go crazy over it. Oh, my VCR. My spare VCR. That is not my primary VCR because, anyway, okay, different topic. All right, let's get focused here. Let's get focused. All right. So, as you can see, I changed my chroma key background. We got the live chat on the right side monitor. I'm not going to be monitoring metrics today. Well, I'm not paying too close attention to them because I want to focus on being able to make sure we have the thing. Yes. So, oh yeah, let's see how Floral looks. Yeah, dude, he's like Star Child mode right here. Yeah, so normally I had that Orville background, the gray background, so either he comes up gray or white, but in this case, yeah, he's a Starfield right now, and you're gonna see Dune, come to life on this shirt. So, I guess we're just gonna get right into it. So, of course, I guess I should say, hi to everybody here. Hi, Lady Mist, good to see you. What up, James? What up, Pop Culture Mechanic? And David Glenn. Now let's get the show on the road because we only have Pop Culture Mechanic in the audience for a few precious minutes. Well, I'm just kidding. You could be here as long or as little as you wish. Yeah, so I bought a device called a time-based corrector because I have a special process with digitizing VHS tapes. It essentially involves going from a VCR into a Sony Handycam camcorder. Then we send the signal out through FireWire and into the computer. And I do this because this is one of the better like workflows I've encountered. Even though you end up with 15 gigs per hour, once you record the footage, you can compress it without losing any quality. Like you can get it down to like a gig or less, or two, you know, depending on settings. But I use the camcorder because it has a built-in time-based corrector, but I recently acquired a dedicated time-based corrector, and so I believe if I combine both devices together, I can have a even more superior process for digitizing VHSs. So that is in a nutshell. I don't have an original turntable, but I did buy a USB turntable at one point in time. So, yeah, the VCR to my right is a Panasonic. It needs some lubrication. I need to find my lithium grease or buy more lithium grease in order to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to just kind of like, I don't know, figure something out. But the VCR that I was using for a long time, I think it got hit with a power surge. I think, you know, when you leave something plugged into the outlet for an extended period of time, you don't even know when something went wrong. But one day you come back to the device and it's like, you know, the lights are flickering, and you're just like, that's a little sketchy. So, yeah, that VCR might be like beyond help unless I change out some capacitors. All right, let's see if this works here. So, real quick, we're going to just breeze a little bit through the 1984 Dune movie because I want to share some observations. So, the other day I was watching this. I started watching it at work, then I resumed watching it at home. And what I noticed was that this version of Dune was a little different. So I had intended to edit some clips ahead of time and make like an intro to tonight's show. I was literally going to make the show start off with this song. I can't see the audio right now. Can you guys hear the audio? Okay, good. You got audio. I need to juggle the chat window. I'm going to resize the chat window. We're not going to get copyright struck tonight. Hopefully not. Yo, yeah, dude, he plays Gurney Hal Gurney Halleck. I don't know, but yeah, like we're gonna watch him play guitar in a moment or whatever he calls his little instrument there. So okay, we get the intro, duh, right? So let's get to the part after the intro. So right off the bat, this is the extended edition that they played on TV. Let me know if I should resize the back. I just wanted to kind of like, I figured if I fill up the background, this will throw off the copyright thingy, you know what I mean? Like the system will think, oh, well, clearly there's a guy in front of the video frame, so it can't be, you know, other people's content. So that's sort of why I'm doing this backdrop routine tonight. You're not hearing it either? All right, cool. Well, that means it's your fault. No, I'm kidding. We're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this out right now. Because I got a VU meter inside of OBS right now. So you're telling me you don't hear audio? Let's see if we can correct that. I think I made a mistake. Oh, I see what I did. My mistake. Okay, cool, cool. We got this. We got this. Now you're going to get some audio. You're going to get your socks blown away by the audio. In fact, we're gonna make sure we play this song again. It's a really frivolous use of the speed editor. I'm growing my hair out so I can have Paul Atreides' hair. Da 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 da. Can't copyright claim me for the audio if I sing over it now, can you? Da 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 da. Jokes aside, that audio should work now. What up, Disney Sheepherder? Thanks for dropping by. So, okay, we're gonna now show you what makes this edition different. So normally when you start out with the movie Dune, there's a moment where you see like about a minute or two of dialogue from Princess Irulan, but in this version, the extended cut, which I believe is the version that was aired on television stations like Channel 11 WPIX New York when they played Dune on, you know, local antenna broadcast TV. This version has a introduction in there, a prologue, I guess, to help explain it. Maybe goes into slightly more detail than what you would get if you would get I'll just show you. In the meantime, I'm going to get the chat window up. Princess Elon, that's so adorable. Don't worry, the background that's here is basically the same. See? Look, same background. Basically, stars, 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 stars. Anyway, jokes aside, I really hope I'm not messing myself over. Excuse my English. Let's see if YouTube is detecting me doing any copywriting yet. Uh-oh, I lost the window. I lost the window. Uh-oh. I need to find the missing window real quick. Okay, good, good, good. So far, we're so good. All right. We're going to get back to the show. All right. Let's go. Let's go. ASMR. Psst. Ah, ASMR. ASMR. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I hope I'm not being terribly creepy. So, bottom line is right over here. Let's get to it. So, they're going to give you an introduction. They're going to say, this is the planet. Wait a second. Oh, wait a second. There it is.
In the year 6041, before the reign of the Padishah emperors.
The Padishah Emperor sounds like an adorable like thing, like almost like a teddy bear, like, oh, check out the cute little Padishah.
The universe was ruled by thinking machines with human minds, computers, and conscious robots.
So basically they tell you about how the universe had machines.
People into a state of apathy.
And people were just taking it easy, right? You see these people here, they're kind of just hanging out. Look, you got like a thinking machine giving like a bowl of fruit to this lady as if she could eat all of it. And you got a cleavage all like hanging out like this because, you know, I guess it's like all fun and games when you have thinking machines serving your every whim. And then this lady behind me, I don't know if you can see her. She got like a baby being held by a robot. I can't even see the screen right now, so you guys, I might need your help here. But yeah, there's a lady and a robot, and I don't know. Anyway, so bottom line is that there's a version where Princess Irulan is speaking. It's basically looks like Princess Leia in a dress telling you the backstory. She's basically saying that, you know, this movie has something to do with this stuff called spice melange. And then she's like, oh, but by the way, one important detail. It only exists on one world. So I was a little bit taken aback when I went to watch the movie the other day, and I'm seeing this intro here. Nice short. Did you find it under a rock? Yeah, I kind of did. Along with floral. Oh, nice shirt. I bought it from a guy who found it under a rock. I bought it from a guy who was found under a rock.
And slaves of other men with machines.
So obviously, there you go. Oh, the dog. Let's get the dog.
Machines.
That's kind of creepy. So then there's the Butlerian Jihad.
The religious crusade against the machines.
So that's the Butlerian Jihad. Apparently, they still have some concept of Christianity. They have this thing called the Orange Catholic Bible, I believe, but I don't know if they have Jesus or if they just have like, you know, maybe like a fragmented version of Christianity. You know how these things go. Yes, that is correct, James. Thanks for spoiling the movie. No, I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. But yes, you are correct. The spice is a product of the spice worms, and if anybody gets upset about basic spoilers, this movie is like 30 years old, so there comes a point where we just got to kind of roll with it. Plus, spoilers can be nice.
After the Great Revolt, human beings were forced to develop their minds.
Oh, heaven forbid we do that.
Mental training schools were established. These schools would change the history of the universe.
These are the Bene Gesserit.
Only 2 of these ancient mental training schools remain. One is the Bene Gesserit school.
So, you know, these ladies they become bald as they develop more magic. So actually, I learned a little bit about these ladies, and there was a scene I was watching in one of the Dune movies the other day where it made a lot more sense to me. So it's a scene, and in fact, it wasn't in this Dune movie, and we're gonna skip right to it in a little bit. We're gonna go to the Sci-Fi Channel Dune mini-series in a little bit because I want to give you all an opportunity to get like a little bit of a taste of that. But there's a scene where like basically one of the Bene Gesserit characters has to drink this stuff called the water of life, and one of the things that they have to do is take this poisonous water and change it. And it turns out the way the Bene Gesserit work, they're sort of trained. They have this weird ability where they can run multiple minds at the same time. It's almost like slowing down time and getting more done in a tinier chunk of time. They do these meditations where they can control each and every muscle fiber in their body. And so when you start getting that level of, you know, control over your body, I guess you start to develop abilities like converting poison into non-poison, along with some mind powers. And I do want to say hi to Fish 1999, and thanks for dropping by, and I appreciate you saying can't stay, great show, and it rhymes, so I appreciate that too.
Which was established.
I think Lady Mist is protesting here. James, no worms, no spice. Right? It sounds like a protest, like, you know, no something, no peace. No justice, no peace. Anyway, okay.
It was primarily for female students.
So yeah, and they're mostly female, but they say primarily female students. Then you got these guys. The Spacing Guild. They're into spacing.
Existing school, the Spacing Guild, or the Guild, emphasizes pure mathematics.
Nerds. And rain is no bueno to the worms, but it's good to have rain. Or is it? Fish like worms. Huh. Some big fish. And this motherfucker looks like... This guy's name is Krang.
Space navigators, through the use of the orange spice drug, are able to fold space.
Sounds fun.
That is, to guide spaceships without moving from one planet to another. It's not on the economic life of the universe. Know, then, that it is the year 10,192, by the Padishah Emperor Shaddam IV, as rule on planet Khitan. The great houses of the Landsrod are members of the royal families who rule or govern over the major...
Yeah, I heard the game Dune, or Dune 2000. I actually want to check that out, even though I'm not a big guy for strategy RTS games. The other day, I played StarCraft 64 and had a little bit of fun, although I would not play the whole game.
The House of Atreides on planet Caladan,
which is a water world. By the way, the actor who plays Duke Atreides, he was in the movie Das Boot.
Conan on the planet Gidi Prime.
And this guy looks way less nasty than he actually looks in the movie. I read the audiobook, and I like rereading Hyperion. I see James says he likes rereading The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I like rereading Hyperion, Endymion, Hyperion, Fall of Hyperion, Endymion, and Rise of Endymion. I enjoy rereading those books, especially in the audio format, because, you know, it's like a bedtime story. You know, you go to bed, you play the audio book, you fall into the groove, and then you fall asleep. So I usually use a sleep timer, but I enjoy those books tremendously. Although I am planning to revisit Dune. Not so much Dune. I'm going to visit the book that comes after. I'm gonna revisit. I think I'm gonna skim through Dune, but I'm gonna go in straight to Dune Messiah, and we'll get into that in a little bit.
Ruled by Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. Is the spice melange. The spice extends life. The spice expands consciousness.
So bottom line is that this little prologue intro that replaces Princess Irulan's dialogue, or, you know, monologue, is, I guess, convenient. I don't know what's better. I have to compare them directly, but some people like one more than the other. However, this particular edition is an extended edition, so can't really go wrong with an extended edition, right? Hey, what up, Pop?
Ruled by the Padishah Emperor, Shaddam IV, and the great houses of the Landsrod, with the Guild and the Bene Gesserit as silent partners.
Yeah, those sketchy mother effers.
This combine is the key to the wealth and political power of the universe. It is the Emperor Shaddam IV who dispenses Chom directorships and
I'm being very careful about playing too much in one sitting.
exists on the universe. A desolate, dry planet with vast deserts.
Yeah, if you want to know the origin of Witcher games, apparently it's an homage to Eric Melbourne's novel, Melbourne. I'm sorry, Melbourne. That is Melbourne. Rereading works. I like re-listening. Yeah.
Up until this time, the Baron Vladimir Harkonnen has held a directorship from the Emperor Shaddam IV.
So you guys know the basic story. Let's go right to it. You got Sting, right? You got cartoon Sting right over here. One of the reasons I'm playing this clip is because I figure, like, that's not going to get flagged.
The Baron Vladimir, with his two nephews, the Count Raban and Fayed Harkonnen.
Every step you take.
Count Raban and Fayed Harkonnen. The planet Caladan is ruled by Duke Leto Atreides, cousin to the Emperor Shaddam IV.
He's got a basketball
He
team.
resides in the ancient castle Caladan. The ducal heir, Paul Atreides.
Ducal.
The Emperor,
I Dougaled
fearful
my
of the
pants.
Duke's increasing popularity among the great houses of the Landsrod, has conspired with the Duke's mortal enemies, the Harkonnens, to destroy the house
Pestilence incarnate.
of Atreides.
It looks like a nice, reputable institution.
Secret report within the Guild. 4 planets have come to our attention regarding a plot which could jeopardize Arrakis.
Arrakis, Caladan, Gedi Prime, and
Gedi Prime, home of House Harkonnen. Planet Kaitan, home of the Emperor of the known universe. The third stage Guild navigator to Kaitan to demand details from the Emperor.
so there's our Guild Navigator ship right there. That ship is the size of a city block. Did I get shut down? I still didn't get shut down, huh? So there's Princess Irulan. See, she kind of looks like an Elon with that haircut. Like a young Elon. When Elon was still losing his hair before he got the hair plug therapy.
Irulan, you must leave.
He's like, go.
Spice. It has to be.
Of course it's got to be with the spice. Those guys are drug addicts. Of course, that's all they care about. Why would they visit you, buddy?
All entrance corridors and chambers have been cleared.
Get out of here.
We are dismissed.
Yes, you'll sense any surveillance. No eavesdropping of any kind.
Of any kind. And his wife's like, can I hang out? He's like, this is awkward, but I guess I can't tell you to leave.
A third stage guild navigator will be here within minutes.
We felt his presence.
I shall want telepathy during his visit.
Yeah, oh yeah, I want to show you guys something cool. Okay, we're gonna show you guys something fun. All right, I got you. Okay, so I want you guys to, I want to direct your attention to the left side of the stage 4 Guild Navigator's metal box. So you're gonna see a guy tripping over. See the guy tripped over? But he recovered, so they didn't have to redo the scene. I mean, he's right there. You can see him right there. He's on the ground right there. He's literally on the floor, that guy. He's like, ah, crap, I hope I don't get in trouble for wasting film. This guy's like,
The Bene Gesserit witch must leave.
get that woman out of here. He's like, you better leave. I'm gonna leave. So one observation a friend pointed out, they felt that the movie had like various issues. They felt that the music felt off at various points. So right here,
We have just folded space from Ix.
Yes? How was your journey?
making small talk. So basically, this guy's getting a little uptight, not the Emperor, the Navigator, because apparently they see new machines on Ix.
Many machines on Ix. New machines.
Oh? Yes?
Better than those on Riches.
So basically, Riches makes pretty sturdy goods, but they make regular technology. The planet Ix tends to push the frontiers of what's legal after the Butlerian Jihad. What up, Lemon Pie? Thanks for dropping by. So we're going to skip right ahead. We're going to go to the fun part, because unfortunately, we're not trying to get a copyright claim. Also, fun fact, this scene is not in the book.
We want him killed. Here, say this. I did not say this. I am not here.
I did not say this. I am not here. So the planet Caladan is covered in water. They got lots of organic resources. They got fish. They got farmland.
Powerful Bene Gesserit
And, you know, they've been ordered to
master.
have that fiefdom. So we get Captain Picard here. You got Dean Stockwell. You got the Cylon from Battlestar Galactica. What up, William? Yeah, speaking of William, so he raised some valid points about this movie. So I was trying to understand, you know, what was William's issue of this movie. No, I'm kidding. But jokes aside, I was actually trying to understand some of the grievances. And essentially, the sensation that was conveyed to me was that the movie was rushed. And as I was watching the final half hour of the movie, of the night, because I started watching it like last Tuesday, and then I finished like the last half hour later into the week. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I didn't have a problem with the rock music that sounded like Queen, but there are times where the music just seems like it doesn't belong, or it seems like the production schedule was rushed, which, I mean, isn't uncommon when you're dealing with film in the 80s. Like, they've had weird things. Star Trek the Motion Picture was rushed because, partly from what I've been told or from what I heard, they wanted to present the movie at some presidential event, like on the 4th of July or, you know, Veterans Day. And so the movie had to be ready in order to present it to the president on a specific date. And, you know, being a Star Trek movie, you got special effects. They did some extra special effects that were unnecessary for various scenes. So that kind of cut into the time. And so it meant that you had some parts that were not polished. And as you get later into this movie, there's a scene where you see the Padishah Emperor sitting inside his shuttlecraft or ship. And the bottom, like, 2/3 of the screen, or the bottom, like, third of the screen is, like, blurry. And these things happen sometimes when you're messing with film and stuff. You know, I'm not an expert on how you make a movie out of film, but apparently in the 80s, when you're rushing to edit something, you're gonna end up with some weird mistakes. And the same thing happens in Star Trek: The Motion Picture when there's like a scene where half the background is blurry and the other half isn't, and it had something to do with, you know, being in a rush. But anyway, I still enjoyed it. Just wanted to point it out, and we're gonna jump to the Sci-Fi Channel miniseries in a moment. But first, let's watch Picard play guitar. So obviously, you got the shield practice. And basically, the shield works for anything that's moving fast, but if you move a knife really slowly, you can get it inside. I don't think Reagan was a Star Trek fan. I think it was just there was some weird event where they were going to present the movie to him anyway. You know, politics.
Things have been so serious here lately.
Soon we'll leave.
There we go. Also, Dean Stockwell played Al Calavici on Quantum Leap. So Dr. Yui was also a hologram on Quantum Leap. Yep.
Here lately.
Soon we'll leave for Arrakis.
I love how they have the rain in the background, sort of underscores that this is a water-rich world. What up, some person? Good to see you, bro. Or pleased to meet you. I think I met you. I think we met before, right? Well, if I haven't met you, it's nice to meet you, some person. If we have met, good evening.
And on the worms of Arrakis.
I've obtained a film book of a small specimen, only 125 meters long.
Only?
There have been documented sightings of worms as large as 450 meters in the deep desert.
Dean Stockwell is a professional actor. I'll give him props. Like, he's very versatile. He goes from being like this professional doctor to being a whoremonger on Quantum Leap to being an alien Cylon. Oh, a robot. So this is interesting here. So this is something that is going to differ. So in this movie here, they have the weirding module. So essentially, he makes voices into a microphone, and he can shoot something from this weapon. And basically, they went this route because it was easier than, you know, trying to figure out how you're going to make it look like people can move with superhuman speed. Because, I mean, even in a Dune miniseries, they managed to do it where it looks like the guy standing here, then he turns into a blur, then he jumps over here. You know, it's sort of like Naruto, when Naruto is moving at like super high speed, or Dragon Ball Z when the, you know, characters are moving at like hypersonic speed and you can't even see them moving. It's the same concept. That's sort of like at least how I see the weirding way. But since they didn't feel comfortable, I guess David Lynch didn't feel that he could replicate that phenomenon, he decided to go with the you know, with sound weapons. So they shoot the robot. Then he says hi to Duncan Idaho, who is later on played by Jason Momoa. And then the dad is basically saying, like, you know, basically he's looking at the ocean. He's admiring the ocean at Castle Caladan. And he believes that you need to experience change in life in order to grow. So as much as it pains him to leave his oceans, he's got to leave. So they have their father-son moment. Then the Kaggle of witches show up to do a test on the boy. So they wake the kid up from his nap, and she's like, "Stick your dick in the box." Okay, she didn't say. I apologize for my language. I'm sorry. I got a bad sense. I got a dirty sense of humor. She says, "Stick your hand in the box," but I mean, it's basically the same thing. What ends up happening? And William says, "It's not a bad movie. It just got progressively more odd as the movie went on." Well said. I would say that's a reasonable assessment. I don't disagree. I'm not even. Yeah, I agree with that. It did get progressively more odd as the movie went on, and what a lot of people say is that the final act, and I think we should like take a look at the final act just for reference. I mean, you guys seen the movie, right? So apparently I missed some of these parts. I'm gonna have to rewatch this again soon. But just the idea that as we get into that final act, things get a little weird. Like, where do we go here?
We are ready for battle.
Instead of riding the freaking dragon, riding the sandworm. I think the music is appropriate, but then things do get more and more odd. Oh wait, we have to play this part. We have to play this part. Wait. Maybe wrong part. More deep.
Emperor himself will be forced to deal with us.
More deep.
What happened?
The Sci-Fi Channel did a pretty good job with the miniseries. They did of Dune. They did of Dune a lot better than the movie before it. Yeah, I think it was more book accurate. That's why I have to touch upon the miniseries. So Raban, he's like messing up all over.
He's been repeating that name ever since we found him.
Who is this? Morty.
Oh, you're gonna find out.
2 standard years that followed, Muad'Dib and the Fremen brought spice production to a standstill.
So that's pretty interesting. They have a very, very rapid time jump. Like, you know, in a matter of like 10 minutes, maybe 15, you got like this sudden, somewhere in the middle of that, you got this like 2-year time jump. And so one of the speculations I remember hearing, I believe William might have said it, was that essentially maybe they were working on the material for 2 movies, and maybe they realized as they're getting towards the end, they're realizing we're not going to make it to the next movie with the time we have. And so maybe at that point they decided to try to wrap it up ever so rapidly.
The Baron. Paul's sister, Alia, matured at a frightening rate.
Yep, that's the thing. So you're going to have the prodigious child, the prodigy.
Hours.
They said
He bumps into Picard. Oh, good. They're going to do the part where they say, Lady Mist knows what's coming up next. Lady Mist, you know what's coming up next because we watch it on weekday mornings on Loki's channel.
No, the woman.
We have to watch it. Oh, is this the part? I want to see the part where he says, "Long live the fighters!" Maybe I missed it already. But they're clearly trying to suck the life out of that poor worm. I think PETA wants to have a conversation with them. The ASPCA called.
The water of life.
Sound like the water of nasty.
Water of life.
Oh, this guy's gonna be pissed. Look, they didn't even bring the stage 4 navigator. They just went straight here.
Emperor Shaddam IV, you have one last chance to take matters into your own hands and bring the situation under control on Arrakis.
What do you mean? One last. One last.
Do not speak. Listen. Do not speak. Listen. You do
The guy's got a medical condition.
not have more than this one chance. I represent the entire guild in this matter.
He's very tight right there, isn't he? And real quick, let's catch up with the chat here. All in all, the books are still the best. Yeah, I mean, in general, what's more book accurate than the actual book? Generally speaking, the book is more book accurate. That said, I did some reading, and from what I understand, David Lynch did sit down with, Frank Herbert. So, there was some effort to, do a proper adaptation. And from what I read, you know, Frank Herbert didn't really have any major complaints. He understood where certain things were just more expedient for the big screen. But, you know, I think that says a lot, you know, compared to what I'm accustomed to today, where you get a book adaptation like Wheel of Time, which, I mean, I still can't bring myself to read it. I try to sit down. I don't know what it is. I can't wrap my head around it. Maybe one of these days I have to sit down and actually read Wheel of Time. Maybe it's just that listening to the audiobook, I don't know, my brain just wanders. I start daydreaming about other books. So that's, you know, something I want to like Wheel of Time. I want to learn to enjoy Wheel of Time. But I'm challenged by that. But that being said, I know watching the Amazon TV series Wheel of Time is not going to be the way for me to learn or to get immersed in that universe.
Our navigators warn you that spice production is in great danger. The new Femanida Muad'Dib has stopped spice mining on Arrakis.
You think it'll never happen, then it feels like it will never end. Yeah. But only the books, yeah, so only the first few books were written by Frank Herbert. That is true. But I mean, I think you got what, up to Dune Messiah. So you get to the part where Duke Leto II turns into a man who's a hybrid sandworm. So essentially the guy turns into a half a sandworm. It's very bizarre, very trippy.
Our navigators suggest he is not of Arrakis. No one on the outside world has been able to see him.
So they can't see anything. This guy's like, ah, crap, I gotta go take it into my hands now.
Not know who he is. In a pain amplifier.
Oh, James did say something about a pain amplifier.
Your life in a pain amplifier.
Oh, I see. That's his penalty.
The water of life.
That's why they want me killed. They're afraid I'll take the water of life.
I want 50 legion of Sardaukar on Arrakis at once. 50 legions?
Yeah, 5 more subs for 300 subs total. That would be nice. I appreciate that. Thank you, Disney Sheep Herder. Maybe I should just put myself on blast on Twitter.
Johnny.
Okay, so he's have a little bit of a freak out. He's gonna drink the water of life. He's gonna have his acid trip. Now he can command the sandworms.
This thing.
Oh, good, I got it. Okay, Lady Mist, we're gonna relive weekday mornings with Loki in about 20 seconds. This is actually a scene I wanted to show people. Oh, yeah.
Arrakis. Dune. Desert planet.
I thought he was going to say the thing.
Your time has come. A storm is coming. Our storm. Shake the universe. We come for you!
Okay, so I don't know where the part is where he says long live the fighters, but apparently I missed it.
With his entourage and Sardaukar troops.
Look, you know they mean business. Look how many guild highliners are in orbit of the planet right there.
Set out immediately for Arrakis. Sitting on his gold.
Oh, this is the part I was talking about. So take a look at the bottom third of the screen. See how his royal crest, whatever you call it, is all blurry. So I don't know. I think this. I personally think this does speak to the rushed nature of the latter portions of this movie and how things get progressively weirder as you get into the later stages. 50 legions. Holy crap, says James. And David Glenn, thank you for spelling the word that I could not spell today when I tried Googling it. So the word is music with a Kwisatz Haderach. music with a Kwisatz Haderach. Oh, it's a song. With a Kwisatz Haderach, give a dog a bone. The old man came rolling home. Maybe we'd make that into a song in the future. If a legion is, say, equivalent to a modern battalion, that's a deployment of over 50,000. No small feat. And I think this speaks to the hubris where this guy is willing to land on the planet. This is a very stupid decision here to land on the planet. But Emperor Shadar, you know, this guy, he's going to land on the planet right now. And this is not wise. This is not very smart.
Throne in his luxurious and fortified spaceship, the Emperor ponders on his latest intelligence reports.
We will set down on the pyramid's landing facility.
See, he thinks he's good. He's like, okay, I'm going to take my fortified ship. We're going to land on the pyramid, which is like impervious. It'll be fine. Roman legions had around 5,000 each, so more like 250,000 according to Lemon Pie. Wow, that sounds like fun. Like like David Glenn is saying. That looks like a ship from Stargate SG-1. That looks like Apophis's, like...
Long live the fighters!
Oh! He said the thing! He said the thing! Okay, I gotta rewind that. There we go, there we go. Lady Miss knows what I'm talking about reliving weekday mornings with Loki. If anybody else wants to know what I'm talking about, tune in at 9 a.m. New York time or 8 o'clock a.m. Central time tomorrow to Loki's Mornings of Mischief. And give a super chat of like $2 and just say long live the fighters or some crap. And he'll play that clip. And that is why I am so pumped when I see that scene come up right now, because it brings me great joy to remember, you know, hanging out with good internet friends in the morning on Loki's channel.
Long live the fighters!
They got the thumper, right? The thing that attracts sandworms. They got shovels. They got some grapple hooks to, you know, grab onto the sandworm. See, look, it's like a shovel grapple thingy. I think about 300. Yep, if there's about 300,000. James says I think about 300,000 USMC at any given time. So there's about 300,000. Marines, United States Marines at any given time. That's interesting. So he had the entire Marine Corps and then some, or give or take a few. So I remember, like, I had to look up this guy's name. I can't pronounce it right now, but the guy who looks like Bill Murray, you know, the guy in the back with the red hair. For a Harkonnen, or for someone working for a Baron Harkonnen, he looks kind of reasonable. So I look him up, I try to see, like, is he sane? Is he one of the smarter ones? He's probably more intelligent than Raban. But he has the good sense to realize they're in dire straits. This guy doesn't have the good sense to just, you know, get a good dermatologist, apparently.
Meanwhile, the Baron Harkonnen, having been alerted to trouble on Arrakis.
I mean, would you even cosplay as that? Or is that the way that you, like, tell every woman to never approach you again?
Is en route to check on his nephew, Raban.
Yeah, I'm going for the Harold Ramis look. That's actually what I'm going for. The only problem is around Halloween, some person, I get a haircut by accident. And then I realize after the haircut that I had the Harold Ramis look, but now I don't. So that is something that, you know, maybe if Ghostbusters were coming out right now.
Seized.
Yeah, looking at that pyramid, it makes me want to watch Stargate SG-1. You should go full Eraserhead. Can I do that? Am I able to do that? Like, when I was a kid, I asked my mom to get me a pick, but my hair doesn't quite do that, but it almost does. Oh man, they're gonna get a bunch of sandworms coming through on them, huh? Bond's head is on the floor. Wait, can you see that? Can you see the guy's head? Am I blocking it? I can't tell if I'm blocking it, but yeah, you can see the dude's head, probably. Yeah, so he clearly got in trouble. Like, so what seems to be the problem, Mr. Emperor? Looks like a cake. I know a girl, she makes cakes for the wrestling people. Like, you know, the fondant cakes. Yeah, that looks like one of her cakes. Some parts of this movie are quite remarkable. I agree, James.
There must be some mistake. I never requested your presence.
I know for sure I could never serve on a submarine. Anyway, I can't imagine being inside all of the time. I'm fascinated by submarines, but if you're tall, like, you'll lose an inch of height from living in a submarine. There comes a situation where you go to take a shower, and you can't stop yourself from touching the wall of the shower stall. Like, heaven forbid they just make it a little bigger.
Ah, but your lack of action demanded it.
Yep. He's like, oh, what are you doing here? So long story short, things pick up really quick.
Impassable storm has descended.
Things get real fast. These guys kick some ass, and I think you all know how this ends. Oh, here we are. And Mr. Pestilence gets thrown into the sandstorm. And this little girl, so look how cute that is. She just walks out. She's like, all right, going back into the sandstorm. Bye-bye. It's all good. I'm going now. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, that's evil. Well, maybe for a good cause. And then they make it rain, which of course leads to the death of the sandworms, which we all know how that works out. So anyway, let's do a little touch upon the Sci-Fi Channel movie, why don't we? I actually don't know if my I think I crashed it. Give the computer a minute to catch up. Let's let it process. Virginia Madsen is very pretty. I actually don't think this is gonna.
Hi, I'm John Harrison.
Oh no! I am not doing frickin' DVD commentary here. I hate when it happens. Don't worry, I have the original file. Give me 1 second here. How do I even control the audio for that? Actually, I do have a trick for that, but that's very interesting.
I was the writer.
So that's a 2-channel stereo audio track. Yeah, I don't know how I actually control which audio track I get. That's interesting. I can just open up the file. We're going to open up the file. I do enjoy having the shuttle dial on hand, but we're going to open up the video file. So give me 2 seconds here. All right, so this is the Sci-Fi Channel movie. And I want to just skim through it a little bit. So the movie starts off on the ship. So they're already on the Guild Highliner.
A test of your father's loyalty to the Emperor.
You must remember, Paul, our society...
No, the little sister was some other actress. Virginia Madsen is the lady who plays Princess Irulan, who is much older. The little girl is a child actor.
A tangled web of competing forces. Our civilization rests upon a political tripod, the most unstable of structures.
I think that's the Guild Navigator.
A deceptive...
No, that's the Doctor.
Balance of power exists between the Emperor, the Congress of Royal Houses.
So they give you like a little bit of backstory here, but all of the scenes that happened in the 1984 movie that happened on Caladan end up happening on the journey to Arrakis in here. Including the scene where he has to stick his hand in the box. So a moment ago when we saw him sticking his hand in the box, this scene's a little bit cooler. And there's like a scene later on in this particular series where you actually see the one of the Bene Gesserit women, and you could see she's in the middle of trying to reverse the, you know, the food poisoning, and you could see her like putting concentrated effort into it. So at one time I would not have understood what she was up to, but after reading about it and learning a bit more about it, I think the actress did a very good job of giving you the sense that she was in the middle of reversing food poisoning. To Paul Atreides, so Princess Irulan was the daughter of the Shadowbar, you know, the Emperor. And ultimately, towards the end of the movie, she gets, you know, married to Paul in order to help make peace. So at least it's part of, you know, the things, you know how royal families are. You always have that one princess, or that one of those many princesses who don't get to have children, who get married into another family while, in order to make peace. I mean, the Japanese do it, and I'm sure royalty have done it in Europe for ages. Yes, that girl was considered a possible abomination by the Bene Gesserit. That sounds about right. I believe they consider her abomination because she has ego memories or some crap that she can't control, but I'm still unpacking what that actually means. So basically, yeah, same thing as the other movie. One thing that I didn't notice the first time I watched the 1984 movie was that as he's feeling pain by putting his hand in the imaginary box, the pain that he has to endure, the lady behind him has to endure. So as he's going through the process of enduring pain, she starts to get to a point where she's feeling more pain than she can tolerate. And so basically you essentially win the test, you pass the test when you're able to endure more pain than anybody else before. At least that's what I gathered from her, you know, lines.
Withstood that much pain.
No woman child has ever withstood that much pain. So I believe she might be referring to, I don't know, what is a woman child? Does anybody know? If anybody in the chat can tell me what a woman child is, yeah, I'm all ears. So now he's doing, this is the knife practice we saw earlier.
Wait.
Modern special effects.
As badly as you fight. Good thing you don't play your balisette as badly.
Oh, he mentioned the musical instrument. I forgot to play the scene where Picard's playing his guitar. I'm sorry about that, guys.
You don't play your balisette as badly as you fight.
This guy does a pretty good job. William Hurt, he's like, it's different, you know? Like, I gotta say, like, I know some of the acting in this movie is mixed. In fact, there's a scene at 125. We're gonna find it in the next movie.
Immigration reports.
But all in all, like, you know, like I remember I asked a friend who runs another YouTube channel, said what they thought about it. They felt the movie just looked kind of low budget, which is generally true. I'm okay with most of the costumes, but there are points where it looks cheap, where the sets look cheap. But overall, this movie is, in my opinion, more book accurate. But one interesting thing in the back, if you look at these guys wearing the masks, so in the other movies, most of the time you'll see people wearing these like little nose things in order to recapture their moisture. But, you know, you sit there and you think, well, what about when they exhale through their mouth? And so these guys are wearing more accurate still suits, at least in regard to the fact that they're wearing a mask. So not only are they capturing moisture from their breath, but they have something to capture moisture from their, you know, I mean, not from their nose, but from their mouths as well. So that's kind of like a nice touch. And I do believe they do depict that in the newer Dune movies as well. I've seen the 2001 movie once. I think I saw it once. And I'm going to see it one more time before I see the upcoming movie this week, the new movie this week. Oh yeah, good. Do we get to see the ornithopter? So this is one of the weird vehicles in this movie is the Thopter. So in the last movie, you got this like futuristic flying machine that has wings, but they're fixed wings, you know? But at least it looks like a futuristic vehicle. This one here is weird. It's kind of like a cross between a winged craft, like an ornithopter, but it also has helicopter rotors on it here and here, or like I guess what you call duct fans. It works. It looks a little weird, but it works.
Equipment. How many men are there on a mining crew?
As few as possible. Here is spice. That's the harvester. Too many worms.
It was close.
It is not standard.
Atreides, we are coming in.
Be here by now.
How many men on that harvester?
Usually 23, my lord.
Are we sure the worm will attack?
No doubt about it.
Crew on the harvester, this is Duke Leto Atreides.
Does anybody remember if he tells the people in the book his name? Because in the movie, the 1984 movie, they literally, like, the security guy basically ensures that they don't say his name. You know, they just say, this is an unmarked transport. But in the, you know, this movie, he clearly announced his presence. So I am a little curious if he does that in the book. I don't remember.
What are they doing? Down.
So basically showing he's like a good guy by saying, I'm willing to sacrifice this spice in lieu of saving, because he'd rather save people's lives than, you know, sacrifice people to get more spice. And then here we are, we got Getty Prime now. So this is weird. It looks like a bit like a dojo. You know, you got the guy, Fade, the guy who's played by Sting in the last movie.
Is growing more popular with every passing week.
The fat guy, the other fat guy, he's subject to an assassination attempt. And there's a scene where you see like, basically like he's into boys, or he's into like young, you know, teenagers, or he's into like young adults, but he's into like, he's got eclectic taste. So there's a scene where somebody tries to poison a male prostitute and it nearly kills the fat guy. So that was a pretty cool scene.
Despite our sabotage,
they give birth to considerable envy.
This scene is like from the movie once again. So there's a lot of parallels between the movie, I guess is my point. But it's a bit longer. It's a bit more book accurate. But it definitely has its negatives. So real quick, we're going to go and find that scene I want to find. So I believe that's at 125 before I wrap up. And I'm going to catch up with the chat. We're going to do more Dune next week, I think. Maybe I'll have some guest on. I don't know. Figure something out. I'll think about it. Give it some serious thought.
ready. My men and the cycle of life. Oh.
Damn it, I left it in my pocket. I have a note in my jeans pocket.
Until there is no spice left.
Jessica, silence him! Silence him yourself.
Can he do this? They know I can do this. Been sent, we are. Without, will become ours.
It will be suicide.
There it is. Found it. Okay, good. I found the scene I was looking for. This is like, I gotta make a clip out of this one here. This is like definitely gonna be made into a clip, alright? So let's get the audio levels up. We're gonna play the funny clip. And we're gonna catch up with the chat.
Immediately.
The guild does not take your order. Take the guild.
Turn the fleet to its homes immediately.
The guild does not take your order. The guild does not take your order. The guild does not take your order. The guild does not take your order.
I don't know. I just want to. I'm really immature. I just wanted to play that back a few times before I ended tonight's stream. So now let's catch up with the chat here. Let me just get the chat window up on screen here. Alrighty. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Princess Iruloon. After what she does in the next movie, I do question if she should be should have been assassinated from the get-go. Was it Paul's sister, David Glenn asks? Was it Paul's sister or Leto II's that got infected with Baron Harkonnen's memory/personality? I don't know, but that sounds awful. Well, I do know that Paul's sister is basically what, the granddaughter or great-granddaughter of Baron Harkonnen, and it turns out that Jessica Atreides is literally the daughter or granddaughter, I believe the daughter of Baron Harkonnen. So these are some, leave it to the Bene Gesserit to, like, do all this meddling to get, like, the right breeding pair together. And of course she kind of threw a bit of a monkey wrench into the plan when she decided to have Paul, when she decided to give birth to a male, for the sake of her consort, her husband, the Duke. I'm absolutely certain I've spelled several things wrong, says James. I'm certain of that too, on both fronts, mine and yours. James also says, William Hurt is expert at looking sad, serious, mournful. I know, right? If he has a thing, I would say that is it. That's a good point. Lady Mist, an animal would pull its hand out, but a human will stand the pain and endure, and so as to not die. Yeah, animal will respond to that reflex, and you're right, Lady Mist. A human will, keep their hand in there because they will endure the pain in order to survive, because they're making an informed decision, I guess, right? It's a test to see if he was human, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's like literally the words they use, right? Like to prove he's human or animal, so to speak. So I guess if you're human, you're a step up from the, baser instincts, from being susceptible to the baser instincts of animals. It was a test for Paul's intellect. And then William says, LOL, some of your shirt is blending with the green. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that cool? It's pretty cool. Hey, even the freaking text. I gotta turn off the subtitles right now. I mean, that's like the least of my worries, the subtitles. But what does it look like?
Does not take your order.
I was hoping to see the guy's head.
The guild does not take your order.
The guild does not take
your order.
All right, I'm sorry. I love doing that. That also amused me. Why? I'm not sure. I don't know, but like it amused me the first time I saw it. Then yesterday I was watching random clips on YouTube, and somebody made like a little clip out of that, and I was extremely amused. And I was like, I gotta home in on that and share it with you guys tonight. I'm not a sheep. You are a turtle, DJ. Oh, so I have to be the thing that I like, but you're not allowed to be the thing you like? It's amazing how much pain humans will ignore for the sake of others, or for their self-interests, which I guess is because of other people. Well, that's the thing. Others are imposing upon your self-interest. Everyone likes to, do things in the name of their self-interest. And so, yeah, we'll endure pain at times, I guess. So, yeah, I think that about covers it. Although it's not, like, obscenely late. Either I have to step away and come back, or I might as well wrap it up. I mean, we could do either one. How you guys feeling tonight? You guys got to be up early tonight? You guys got a school night tomorrow, huh? Because I think we're going to save some Dune stuff for next week. Maybe I'll make it a little bit more organized. Maybe we'll talk about the new Dune movie next week. Oh, good. This is Children of Dune, by the way. So I finished watching the trilogy. So the scenes we just looked at were from Frank Herbert's Dune from the Sci-Fi Channel from around 2000. They did a follow-on miniseries called Children of Dune around 2003, and that is where these scenes come from. At which point we find out that there's a bit of palace intrigue where Princess Irulan is up to some sketchy behavior. And I mean, I can't really blame her being in the position she's in, but it was kind of stupid of these people to trust, this lady around the family. Beyond that, it turns out that the people, the fans of Muad'Dib, they're on this religious crusade. They're going from planet to planet. Basically, anybody who does not submit to the rule of Muad'Dib. In fact, let's touch upon that before we conclude tonight's stream. I think we can actually do that without getting copyright struck. So we're going to give you guys a taste of Children of Dune, episode 1. There's 3 episodes of Children of Dune, and there's 3 episodes of Children of Dune. So we're going to jump into this scene right here. I'll be right back. Well, actually, I better not walk away. If I walk away, I'll get copyright struck.
12 years of war.
12 years of war.
12 years since Emperor Shaddam IV was defeated.
The audio is on one side.
Muad'Dib's wild Fremen spread out across the universe, exterminating all that remained of the old Imperial armies, colonizing the planets of the known universe
I'm sorry.
one by one under his rule, sweeping away anything and anyone who resisted.
I lost the chat. There's a story from a TV show. There's a story from a TV show where a guy fractured his own legs lifting rubble from the Pentagon off of this. Seems legit. I've heard of bodybuilders ripping muscles and their own bones also. Holy cow. Lady Mist, you have a good night, or is it David Glenn who's having a good night? Well, whoever's going to sleep now, have a good night. David Glenn, thanks for hanging in there. I know you like to be an early sleeper, and I highly recommend sleep is good. I value sleep as well. I endorse sleep. I'm going to do a commercial for sleep one day, assuming the Sleep Association will pay me. I'm actually trying to get a sponsorship with established titles. I'm entirely okay with advertising some kind of BS. But yes. Good night, Mr. David Glenn. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
More have been slaughtered.
So basically, this thing becomes a hot mess. It becomes a holy war that Paul Muad'Dib loses control of. That's what happens, okay? And it's just really tragic. So here's the planet Navaj, and
Commander Farad, the conversions have begun. Anyone refusing the peace of Muad'Dib will be executed.
Anybody refusing the peace of Muad'Dib will be executed. So you can see how this thing is like kind of spiraling out of control.
So it is written.
So it is written, because that never ends bad.
You who deny the glory of Muad'Dib are condemned to death.
Sir, your son, he's been wounded.
So I think they're supposed to like throw him at the wolves or kill him or incinerate him, or I think they're supposed to take his water. They're probably supposed to take his water because he's useless now. But yeah, I don't actually know what this has to do with anything. When I watch this movie tonight, maybe I will, or this episode, this installment, maybe I'll better understand what's going on. We might even do a pre-game for next Monday's show, since there will be so much ground to cover. So, I'm going to play it by ear. But
Don't give me to the desert, Father. Please. Please. Don't give me to the. Don't give me to the desert.
Okay,
Father.
don't give me to the desert, Father, he says. So that's basically the gist of it. It's an expensive tree planting thing There are worse things than established titles. Exactly. That's why I'm entirely okay with it. Like, I'm not going to go be like those YouTubers like, oh my God, this is such a big scam. It's like, look, if someone wants to be suckered into buying a fucking, you know, tree planting thing, like, you know, I mean, that's their loss, you know. Maybe some people enjoy getting a novelty certificate, you know. They can hang it on the wall. They can lie to people who come over their house and tell them it's a real certificate. I mean, it is a real certificate. It just doesn't really translate into a real plot of land. I'm not actually sure how it works, but people always make a big deal about it, like it's some kind of big thing to be exposed. So I'm like, you know what? I want their money, because clearly if they're unpopular now, it means they're having a hard time finding people to advertise their product. So that means it should be easier for me to be considered a viable person, a viable sponsor. So that, or, you know, a sponsee, you know, a person who's sponsored by them.
Please, don't send me to die.
He's like, and the name became a curse. And now it looks like Aladdin, 101 Nights. It's very Aladdin-like. It's okay, CGI. That's his girlfriend Chani, played by Zendaya. Well, not in this movie. That's Duncan Idaho as a clone. That's Princess Irulan, who's kind of being sketchy.
Is aware of my delay.
They have changed your schedule in light of the situation.
So you get the idea. Oh, this is cool. It's like Dragon Ball Z. Oh, this is cool. Ooh, power saw. They did this in a Gundam movie. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but she's getting naked.
You know how dangerous that was?
11 blades, Paul. 11! Some of the finest swordsmen in the Imperium have never gone.
Oh, great. Everyone's looking at his wife. Or sister. Oh, that's his sister. Yuck.
This is why you invaded my privacy?
That is disgusting.
Proof of my recklessness.
Wait, is that his sister or Chani? You know what? I'm going to watch it tonight and figure it out. I don't want to spoil it for me or you guys. So anyway, with that being said, I want to thank you all guys for tuning in tonight. Does anybody have any questions, ideas, concerns, anything at all you want me to read out loud? Well, maybe not anything, but, you know, almost anything at all. Let me know if you want me to read anything out loud or anything. In the meantime, I'm just going to toggle. There we go. Let's see what we got here. I also want to buy a Count Dankula book. How the Scots created the modern world. And yeah, I think the Scots are pretty sharp. Was he even alive at that point when the guy was condemned? Which guy? Half Matrix, half training drones from Star Wars? Yeah, that's what I gathered. Yeah, I mean, it's a strange story regardless, and I do enjoy the Sci-Fi Channel version. I really do. I do enjoy seeing these guys do this. I just think it's really funny to watch these guys dressed like hot dogs.
The Guild does not take your orders. The Guild does not take your...
And so with that being said, for anybody watching on the replay, if you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please leave a comment. Please like and subscribe. And for now, we shall end transmission. But before I do, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank David Glenn, James, the Disney Sheepherder, who you can subscribe to. His YouTube channel is the Disney Sheepherder. Pretty simple to type in. We also have Lady Mist. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for hanging out today. Thank you, William, for dropping in and hanging out. Let's see who else we got here. Oh, we had Lemon Pie today. He's pretty cool. We had some person whom I think I know, but I'm not sure if I know them. But in any case, I do appreciate anybody and everybody who drops in, regardless of if I know them or not. And let me see if I'm seeing anyone else here. Yeah, I think we called out just about everybody. Oh yeah, and Fish 1999 and Pop Culture Mechanic, who will be streaming tomorrow night at like 9 o'clock p.m. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop a link right now, and you guys can go and tune into Pop Culture Mechanic. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I put the link right above. He likes to have these really cool community posts. I like his community posts. Take a look. So he did one about magical anime girls. He did one about Dragon Ball. He got Tim Allen playing with an auger. He does some, you know, retro, semi-retro games. Oh, this is cool. Look at this guy. Redneck Stilt Walkers. And we'll watch that again. We're going to go and look at every one of his posts real quick before we end this. Uh-oh. That was weird. There we go. Okay, safety first. And you can see that the safety record has been broken. Zelda. Now he's got some really cool... Here we are. This is a cool one right here. See? He does on Trades Talk Tuesday, they talk about workplace safety. As you can see, this relates to workplace safety right here. Being incinerated by a high power system will definitely be a good way to learn a lesson. Here's a egg factory. See, it cracks the eggs and it pours the eggs into the little bowl. That's kind of cool. You got guys in pinstripe suits. Here we are. I didn't see this one. I never saw this one. This guy found out about pipe strain, but I hope it's not too much of a strain for you to come by my stream. It's Tuesday, and that means skilled trades at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is basically 9 p.m. New York time. All right, that's a linear rack and pinion gear. That looks like a lighthouse. Oh, this is cool. Look at the drawbridge with a car on it. Wait. Oh, how cool is that? I mean, I hope they survived, but... Oh! Read the frickin' roadblock sign, unless it was malfunctioning. Okay, here's some pistons. We're almost done. I've been through almost all of these. Okay, he does cartoons on weekends. Here we go. This is cool. A pretzel machine. How cool is that? You don't need humans. See, people bitching about AI taking the jobs. Well, when you go to Auntie Annie's pretzel shop in the mall, they still have humans, and yet we have machines doing it too. So, I don't know what to say. Okay, I'm oversimplifying a more complex issue. Moving along here, I think this is Christmas related. The Kraken is cracking that ship in half. Uh-oh, this is going to be good. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be good. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's nice. Let's watch that again. Oh, boy. That's pretty cool. Hope I don't have to give him royalties for playing his community. Oh, this is cool. We're really going to end this right after this. I better get the chat window up on screen so I can make sure I'm not missing anything. Since the stream is ending, I'll just say your sheep video just went over 40K. Holy cow. I am honored and proud. Yeah, so Disney Sheepherder did a video about sheep. He literally shouted me out. It doesn't translate into subscribers, and I'm okay with that. But I am a huge fan of what Disney Sheepherder is doing. So I do want to put his link out too. And I'm just going to put Pop Culture Mechanic out one more time. Okay, let's run through the rest of these real quick. Apparently he played. Oh yeah, here's a cool one. A forklift. Watch this shit. Oh, this is cool. He's like trying to finesse it, and he goes whoop. That's leverage right there, baby. The guy looks like he's alive. All right, who doesn't love when Godzilla does that? I mean, except if you're in Japan. Oh, look, it's I love turtles, and that's a turtle. This is cool. So this is actually why I was showing you guys this. It's an ice cream sandwich machine. You ever see an ice cream sandwich machine? Well, now you have. Look at that. It's got the like little chocolate shortbread thingies in a stack on both sides, and then at one at a time it puts the pairs, and as the pairs of shortbread are loaded on the side, it puts just the right amount of ice cream, and you can see this metal gear is clean, except right over here there's a bunch of white stuff here. So clearly some of the ice cream must have melted through or must have had some spillage, but it's working. So that's pretty cool. Old Godzilla. I might watch an old Godzilla movie tonight. If I'm not in the mood for Dune, I might actually revisit one of the old Godzilla movies. We'll play it by ear. Depends if my subtitles are in sync. Oh, he's playing whack-a-mole. It's not all work and work. Sometimes you need levity to help you get through the day. And I hope you will join me tonight for some levity as I talk about skilled trades. Once again, 7 p.m. MST or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. That's cool, huh? Irate Specialist is a cool dude. You should check out Irate Specialist if you want to, you know, check out content from a nice fella. Here's a pencil sanding belt. Right? It looks like a sanding belt with some pencils on it. That's pretty cool. The landscapers are lovely. A bit denuded of trees, but lovely nonetheless. Oh, the landscapers, yeah. Godzilla was just made chief of the police for a day in Tokyo. Seriously. Well, that's why they have such low crime, huh? I would not want to mess around with Godzilla either. I'd never commit another crime again if Godzilla was the police chief. If there was a chance Godzilla was being made the police chief for a day, I would not commit any crime. I've used one with a remote-mounted engine. Much safer. Bulky. Not dangerous in the... Not dangerous like that thing. Are we talking about the spinning auger thing? Remember, everyone, always work safe. So head over to my stream at 7 p.m. where you will be safe and sound as you learn about the skilled trades. Don't let this happen to you. Oh, side note, one of these days, guys, we're going to have to do an episode about the USCSB. I'm not going to even touch it tonight, but there's a YouTube channel called USCSB, the United States Chemical Safety Board. And they do these animations of, like, you know, what do you call it? Industrial disasters. And once you start watching the animated videos of an industrial disaster, you cannot pull your eyes away from it. It's just like something about it is very enthralling. Oh, this is cool. This is like where you basically use a wire with high voltage electrical current and you're able to cut through metal. It's a type of machining process. It's like electric machining or some magic like that. All right, this one's funny. Look, see, they're dropping the entire tool chest off the ramp. He should have had his friend get on the other side of that before he tried to, like, he thought he's going to actually arrest the movement of that. And that guy is sliding down. Dude, that guy totally got smoked by that gas cylinder. I know, right? And Nosferatu the vampire, who, he knows a thing or two about vampiring, says, Ronnie, you should check out Industrial Society and its future. Oh, I will. Thank you. I mean, I just told you how much I love the USCSB. So I suspect you know something. All right, good. I'm bookmarking that for my own reference. I will investigate that. Maybe I will share that in the future when I do an episode about the USCSB. Thank you, Nosferatu. I've used one for remote mounted engine. Oh yeah, I said that. I'm sorry. I'm rereading the chats. There we go. Yes, James. Thank you. That was called EDM, electronic dance music. I mean, electric discharge machining. Thank you, James. Ronnie, it's from our boy, Teddy K. Oh. Teddy K. Not Ted Kennedy, but Teddy K. I think I know Teddy K. That sounds like a YouTube guy. He was right, but his methods were wrong. Might have to investigate that sooner than later. So anyway, we did some, I see Pop Culture Mechanic did some Japanese anime. So I think I went through all of his good posts. I mean, he's got a lot more posts that are good too. But I just, oh, this is good. Okay, one more. Oh, wait, okay. Look, you see the forklift? That guy's in trouble right there. So let's take a look here. I'm going to look this up real quick with this industrial society. Oh. Okay. Oh, that guy. Kaczynski. Ah, yeah. I don't know if I really want to check that out, but no, I think that if I've never checked it out before, I should at least review what the guy has written down because, you know, it never hurts to, like, understand, you know, what people have going through their mind. But anyway, I think we cover, oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. We had some incidents in New York City where cranes collapsed because the inspectors didn't really try. This one looks like it's actually a properly set up crane installation. This is not one gone bad. That's really cool. Ah, it's the girl from Daikon. Huh. Not bad. Oh, this lady. Don't even get me started on this lady. You know what? Before we go, we're going to drop something Punk Waddle related. Oh, God. Oh, God. This guy's getting thrown around. Yeah, so that's actually very interesting. No, it's, you know, like I have a guy named Tom P. I think his YouTube channel is Pnoid News, and that's essentially, you know, what, like he was reading some of his, you know, Teddy K's work because some of it he considered was worth reading, even if, you know, we give the guy very mixed reviews in general. So Nas says, it's genuinely brilliant, and he predicted the future. He went crazy because he was part of the Harvard LSD studies. Oh yeah, that'll do it. That's, I did not know that, but see, that's, it's good to know these things before going into reading some guy's manifesto. And what up, Real Wade Gaming Nation Clips? Yeah, he's doing some, he's breaking new ground lately, guys. You should consider checking out Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. He used to do only gaming clips. But now he also started doing interviews. At least he did his first interview yesterday. And I suspect he'll be doing more interviews in the future. So, you know, like I said, he's right now at the ground floor of doing that type of content. You know, like me, I have to learn things as I go along. So same concept. And I can join him on Saturday. I may very well do that. I got to double check my calendar. I'm pretty sure I'm available. What time of the day are we talking about? Either way, I got your channel on my screen right now. And, you know, as long as it's not, like, too late at night, and as long as it's not early morning, I'm game. Because I should be home on Saturday. So, yeah, I'll touch base with you. That sounds like a good time, man. I appreciate that. Just let me know what time is good for you, and we'll coordinate based on that. James, I haven't been... Yeah, look, I mean, James, I don't always see Tom P. He's on sometimes. Other times he's not on, you know? And so, like, sometimes I tune in, other times I, you know, it's just one of those things. Oh, okay, one more. Ouch. Ah, that's gotta hurt. Okay, this is just very pretty. We're gonna look at Sailor Venus because she's pretty. There we go. I'm gonna leave you guys on that positive thought. Okay, I think I could do 8 p.m. CST. I think that's like 5 p.m. I believe that's 5 p.m. my time. Yeah, I think that will work. I'd be down for that. Oh, yeah, and Slim Nim is right. Dune 2000 all the way. Yeah, man, you put me onto that. And I mean, I kind of was aware of it already, but I did a little research, and even though I'm not really into RTS games, I'd probably give that game a chance because the way you described it, it follows the story of the movie. So it sounds to me that would actually be a good time. You know, it's like not a nebulous experience. Like you're following the story while you're doing strategy. So yeah, anyway, with that being said, I really will conclude the stream because if I keep showing clips from Pop Culture Mechanics channel, I might have to pay him royalties, and I'm really cheap. I'm not trying to do that. Oh, I didn't show you guys the thing I was doing with Punk, well, not with Punk Waddle, but Floral from Under a Rock is having a contest on his channel where people are going to using AI art generators to draw a picture of Punk Waddle riding a bike. And I don't know if I am logged into Bing right now, but let me just see if I'm logged into Bing. And this is the last thing we're going to do. Let me see here. I got to go sign into Bing AI art generator. I just kind of Google it and then we log into it. Okay, good. I'm logged in. Where's my previous artwork? Does it save my artwork? That's my name. I hope it bookmarked it because oh, good. Okay, good. We got something here. So these are actually the last set of creations I did, but let's go back a little bit and see what else I did. So you can see we got a penguin riding a bike with purple hair. That's Punk Waddle, right? And so I've tried different combinations of these things here, but sometimes the petals don't line up. Sometimes it just looks all messy. Like this penguin has like 5 extra feet. The best one I got was like these right here. So if we look at this one here, this is one of the better ones because it's basically, it's like it's got pedal clips. So when you ride a bike where your feet clip onto the they call them toe clips. The toe clips are what you use on a racing bike. So that almost works. The problem with this image was that it didn't have purple hair, so I'm pretty sure it's disqualified. It also has some glitches in the pedals. So this is a bit of a challenging endeavor, but I have until Wednesday to figure out how to get, you know, a penguin with purple hair to ride a bike, and I'm gonna keep working at it. So yeah, if anybody watches Floral from Under a Rock, you can also participate in that competition, and that is why I have this on my drawing tablet. I was starting to sketch it out. I was trying to draw like penguin feet. That's what you're seeing here, is like you're seeing a penguin foot in the orange part, and I was trying to put some stilts on it, but I realized there was some complications. So I hope that answers the questions. And that sounds good, man. I'm game, and I appreciate that, Real Wade Gaming Nation. I look forward to the show on Saturday. Man, if that doesn't convince you to buy a Flying Tiger Steel Cup, nothing will. That's like 10 p.m. Wait. 5 p.m. Central Standard. Wait. No, siesta. Oh, wait. No, wait. Oh, wait. You're right. That is like 10 p.m. All right. I got to touch base. Real Wade, I got to touch base with you. I got to double check because I got Snow Dub is on at 10 p.m. that night. I usually tune into Snow Dub at 10 p.m. I don't know if it's something you could bump up to an earlier time or something like that. But we're going to we'll have to negotiate, or maybe I'll just bite the bullet and do it, because I mean, it's not really biting the bullet. I'll have a good time either way. But like I got work Sunday morning at like 7 a.m. so I got to make sure I plan properly. So I don't want to accidentally commit and make a bad promise, but I think it should work. I just need to like use my brain off stream in order to look at what time is what time. Thank you, James, for letting me know that's like 10 p.m. our time. My brain was backwards. For some reason, I was mixing up Central Standard Time with Eastern Standard Time. I don't know. I got my brain. Wait, no, 8 Central is actually 9. I think it actually could work. I think it's 9 p.m. our time. I think it'll work, Real Wade Gaming Nation. So yeah, we'll be in contact. But anyway, with that being said, I really am going to end the stream right now. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. For anybody watching on the replay, please consider liking and subscribing, as well as checking out some of the links that I put in the chat during the latter portion of the stream. Literally, go to the end of the stream, scroll up, you're going to see a number of links we put in there. So if you want to check out some of my friends, go check out those links. And with that being said, once again, I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And for now, we shall end transmission as soon as I click on the button. I can't find my mouse. Ah, here we go. All right, once again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And we are now going to end. Wait, wrong button. I don't even know where the window is. Here we go. Right, yeah, okay, we got it. Now